Hey, quick disclaimer here. Please don't bother any of the mentioned individuals in this video about Rooby Run. I'm sure they don't really want anything to do with it, or they don't want random people bothering them, asking them about a 21-year-old game. Alright, cool, thanks. Lost media. Pretty discussed thing on YouTube these past couple of years. The idea that you used to watch or listen to a piece of media all the time, whether it be a cartoon, a movie, a piece of music, and then one day it just disappears and you can't find it anymore. So some people would take to the internet and ask around, but the only thing they really have to go off of is their previous memories of it. And sometimes people band together and actually find this media, whether it be stuff like Clockman or Cracks, or that Backyardigans pilot that got found recently. That story is actually insane. You look it up after this video. It's actually insane. Anyways, video games. I play those sometimes. Video games are no stranger to becoming lost, with people talking about games they used to play and experience all the time, with some of them being real and some of them being complete jokes. Which brings us to today's subject, Rooby Run, and the story of how it became found, lost again, and then how I found it again. And what better place to start than where the mystery itself began. Our story begins with a YouTube video called The Lost PC Game, uploaded by a user named Floxcat. The video consists of Floxcat trying to reminisce and remember all the details possible about this old game they used to play on their computer. They even drew a bunch of pictures of stuff they could have sworn was in the game when they last played it. Now, since I've already played the game, I can confirm that pretty much every single thing that Floxcat drew in this video is actually in the game. People in the comments were actually pretty supportive of this, trying to help Floxcat remember what this game possibly was. And for a while, there kinda wasn't anything after that. Then, 6 months later, Floxcat uploaded another video on this game, with the video being called Lost PC Game Found, where they go over that they actually found the game. Well, they found footage of the game's demo, but hey, it's a start, meaning that we now officially know that the game is called Rooby Run. Now, I'm sure y'all are asking, that Nigel guy, how on earth could you possibly care about this game? What significance does this game have to you? How did you find out this game existed? To make a long story short, I was browsing GameJolt when I found this game. This game is a remix, or like stolen copy, of a game one of my friends made a long time ago that I voice acted in. And when I looked at this guy's freaking profile, I found Rooby Run on there, and it stuck out like a sore thumb compared to everything else on his profile. Now, I'm not super sure about if this person was Floxcat or not, considering their account is freaking deleted now. However, they did link the Lost PC Game video, like the first one, in the description of the re-upload, and they kind of continued this story, kind of, where I can't really find any of their details, so you're just gonna have to take my word for this next part. Basically, this person that may or may not be Floxcat said that they got into contact with one of the original developers of Rooby Run via Facebook, and they got a copy of the full game. So they uploaded it to GameJolt to preserve it. You know, pretty simple story. That's not the most unbelievable thing ever. Naturally, I downloaded the game, and then his account got nuked. Now, there were also archive.org links and Google Drive links throughout the Rooby Run videos that Floxcat uploaded, but none of those work anymore. And I know there are like 2 other links to Rooby Run, but they look like the most sketchy websites ever, and I don't really recommend you try downloading from them. Now, before this guy's account got deleted, I actually downloaded Rooby Run, as I stated before. I don't have the installer anymore, but it doesn't seem like it needs the installer to work, as I tried this on 3 other computers and it worked perfectly fine, and I had one of my friends try it and they said it worked perfectly fine, so I don't think it needs the full installer, honestly. And that's basically the end of the story. Floxcat made 2 more videos on the game, one which is like the side of their computer while they play the game, the other is a 2-hour-long live stream of them playing through the first third of the game, cheating, getting to level 99, and beating the final boss, getting the ending of the game. Okay, so now that I went through the story of how this game is found and how it ended up in my possession, now this part of the video is an actual like overview and summary of the game. Rooby Run is about as basic as an arcade platformer gets. You play as this blue little circle dude that hops around the stage, and your goal is to kill all of the enemies in the level. You can find this big bolt inside of a box that you can use to insta-kill enemies, and then pick it up to use it again for a couple more times. It's pretty powerful, honestly. It basically one-shots every single enemy, and it's absolutely necessary to deal with one specific enemy. You can also find power-ups that give you faster speed, faster shots, and higher jumps. There are also evil versions of these power-ups that kind of, do the opposite. There's an invincibility power-up. You can get extra lives pretty easily, in fact. There's this, fish mini game that appears every 10 levels that you can get up to 3 extra lives from if you play well enough. This game just gives out lives like it's candy on Halloween. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's rapid fire through the enemies since there's not many of them and they're not all super interesting. First up, we have Doggy the Sword Carrier. He's basically the Goomba. You just shoot him and he dies. Second enemy is the Snowman. Now, you could do what the game tells you to do and attack him from behind, or you could be like me and stun lock him until he dies. The next enemy is Stinky Boar, my favorite character, because whenever he charges at you, it plays a bunch of farting noises. So yeah, obviously he's my favorite. He also does not get stun locked. The next enemy is Evil Bambird. This guy's really scary. He has a bigger hitbox than Doggy, and that's it. Outside of that, he's just exactly the same as Doggy. Next is Robo the Killer. This guy might know a certain Jeffrey Woods if you're picking up what I'm saying. He kind of acts like the Snowman, but he only shoots one projectile, so he's kind of easier than the Snowman. Next up is Bee the Fighter. It's basically just Evil Bamber, but they move faster and in the air. Next is the Jumping Clown. By themselves, they're not too bad. They just jump around, and they're a little annoying to hit, and that's it. There's one level that spams these freaks, and it's unironically the worst level I played of the 30 or so levels I played for footage. Next enemy is Macho, this little mushroom dude. He just kind of hides inside of his cap if you try to shoot him, so you have to wait for him to pop out and then you shoot him. The final and easily most dangerous enemy is Tortilla. You can only shoot his face, and you can only kill him with a bolt, and he shoots rockets at you. So yeah, he's pretty freaking annoying to deal with. Now, before I get to the final boss, I want to talk about the art and music of this game real quickly. The art style of this game just screams 2004 CGI. Everything here just has that stank to it, All of the renders and the animations, I don't know. It just gives me that vibe. You see it too, right? I'm not going crazy. I swear. Now let's discuss this game's music real quickly. I want to talk about one specific track in this game, Fatality. It just gives me this crazed energy, I kind of dig it, honestly. It's definitely my favorite song in the game. I'm not gonna say the others are bad. I think this game has a fine soundtrack. I don't know. Fatality just kind of sticks with me, Very, very good song, honestly. Okay, anyways, the final boss. It's up against this, boar dude named Big Boss, or Bony Boss, I don't know. They aren't really consistent with the name of this guy. He walks around the stage and he jumps on some platforms. You can only shoot him in the head to get, one of his little, health bar things down. And once one of them does disappear, he jumps into the background and spawns these weird Dorbies, booger-looking thingies. And they, mitosis when you kill them, so, they're the most annoying enemies in the game. Once you kill them, he spawns back into the foreground, and the process repeats for another 7 times until he dies. Which, when he does die, it just immediately cuts to the credits, which I honestly thought was really funny. There's no grand ending or anything. He just dies and it just cuts to the credits. I kinda love it, honestly. Now, normally this would be the end of the video, but I actually have more stuff to talk about. When you boot up the game, you don't actually open the game. You open this lovely screen where there's a really cool art. And yes, the controls of this game are control to jump and alt to shoot, or vice versa. I find that absolutely astonishing. Guys, the C and X keys are right there. But on the other hand, I'm complaining about a 21-year-old game that has lost media. I should probably shut up, honestly. Or this manual. I don't think I've ever seen a more interestingly written manual on my entire time on this planet of Earth. This box has a bolt. This is the gift from the heaven for Rooby Run. A super weapon. Shoot at the box, pick up the bolt, find the monster and press down or space key. The monster is killed. After that, pick up the bolt again. Learn to use it. It is a very powerful skill. I like the game so much. Do you plan to move on and to develop the sequel? Of course. We are already working on it. I want wonder how that went. We have 100 game levels. Every level was thoroughly designed and tested. Level 99 is the fight with the big boss, and let me assure you, this fight will be tough. And now for my absolute favorite part.
Are you sure all the levels are tested? It seems like I can't get to the top of the level.
Absolutely. The bricks work as platforms. You being an aggressive warrior may destroy the bricks, and then the level may seem to be buggy, but no! Please escape and restart the level. Just be careful. All the levels are thoroughly designed. No quick hacks here. So yes, the stuff like what you're seeing on screen was 100% intentional by the devs, which I think is very, very funny. Let's check out their website. I'm sure it's like still up and running, you know? Oh, it's a casino website now. Well, one Wayback Machine search later, and there we go. This is my territory. Just look at this banner. I love how, like, 2008 Wario is just, like, in the corner, and he doesn't fit with the other two at all. It's beautiful. And then there's just Rooby Run being, like, the proud, like, flagship game of this company. Like, oh my god, I have no words to describe the energy this website gives off. Just, like, look at all of these games. Like, none of these look as interesting as Ruby. Hold up, wait a second. You guys see that? Is that freaking SpongeBob? Okay, mini side tangent here, but, like, I looked up this game. This company, Bixen Games here, had no freaking affiliation with this game. They didn't publish it, and they didn't distribute it. So I'm like, why is it on this website? I know it doesn't matter anymore because they went out of business, but like, why is this here? Okay, now that my tangent's over, let's like actually wrap up the video now. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the game, honestly. Now, before I go, I thought it would be pretty cruel of me to just hoard this game for myself, considering there's no working, non-suspicious link to this game. So I thought to myself and went, why the heck not? I'll put it on Game Jolt for y'all. So in the description, there's an unlisted Game Jolt page with the download to Rooby Run. The full game, obviously. Okay, now that's it. All right, cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, take care, y'all.